welcome to Super Gina TV. Today I'm doing my top 5 shows of 2016. 2016 has come to an end, and basically it's just time to look back at all the great shows that have been on TV. I've only chosen my top 5 because there was just so many shows that I couldn't even begin to put them all in the list. They're all new shows to 2016. I wanted to do things that were fresh and unique and that things that you may not have seen, and give you a chance to go back and watch. Number 5, Childhood's End. I love this show. I actually assumed that obviously when aliens invade the earth that there'd be destruction, that they'll be destroying everything, that they'd basically be killing the whole of the human race, but that is not the case with the aliens in Childhood's End in the beginning. Obviously, we'd all be a little bit skeptical if aliens came and said they came in peace. Can you imagine a world with no wars, no hunger, everybody just having a great time and being happy? At first, the aliens refused to reveal themselves, so that is one of the reasons why the humans are a bit skeptical. And when they actually reveal themselves, it turns out that they actually look like the devil. Would you trust an alien that looks like the devil? Obviously not. After a while, they start to notice some strange things happening with their children. Their children start developing these, psychic and weird ability. They start to suspect that the aliens are there for another reason. I really love this story for the spin on the fact that the aliens were there to bring peace. I mean, I want to know what it would be like to live in a world where aliens come to the earth, first of all, and second of all, that they're not coming here to harm and destroy everyone, they're coming to bring peace. This show was so good. I just love that concept of the devil actually bringing peace. If you like sci-fi, if you like kind of horror, but also like utopian worlds, then this is definitely a show that you should watch. Number 4, Insecure. Insecure is a comedy series written by Issa Rae. Now, Issa Rae actually had a show on YouTube called Awkward Black Girl, and this is actually an adaptation of that show. This show is so funny. Issa Rae's character is actually really hilariously awkward and weird, and she just doesn't react to things the way that normal people would react to things. So he was just following her through her everyday situations and seeing how she gets through. She has a boyfriend who has been unemployed for about 3 years, and she's finding it hard to support him. And then she also has an old love interest that comes back into the scene, and we watch her go through situations in her workplace. There's things that she wants to say but she can't say, so she says it to the camera but she can't really say it to their faces. So that's what makes it so funny. It has a great soundtrack, and a lot of guest stars come into the show. It's great to see an all-black show on TV at the moment. Number 3, Marvel's Luke Cage. Luke Cage is the show that I think most people have been waiting for on Netflix this year. It's probably one of the most anticipated shows of 2016, and it's another Marvel Netflix mashup, which is just great, following in the likes of Jessica Jones and Daredevil. When the series starts, Luke Cage already has his powers. However, he's not using them to their full capabilities. He's actually in hiding in Harlem, and he's basically trying to live a normal, quiet life. Luke Cage, when this came out, it just is so good. It was so nice to see a black superhero on TV, an all black cast, an amazing soundtrack, and it's literally just, it was everything that everyone expected. I think probably even more. I think the mix of Netflix and Marvel has created some great shows in the past, and Luke Cage is no different. I cannot wait for season 2. If you haven't seen the first series of this, you need to go and watch it. It is so good. If you love to see, comic book heroes come to life on TV, and you've loved Jessica Jones and Daredevil, you'll definitely like Luke Cage. Number 2, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, an American crime story. This was a miniseries detailing the infamous O.J. Simpson trial. This series literally had everyone gripped. It was so good. The casting of this show was brilliant. Cuba Gooding Jr., John Travolta, they were just brilliant. I think I was too young to remember all the details of what happened in the trial and how the verdict became what it is. And I think this show really, really went into that and explained the frenzy, the media frenzy that surrounded this case and how it impacted the verdict. There was always this big conversation as to whether he did it and why he got off. And I think this show really showed what was going on in the landscape of America at that time and the politics that surrounded this case, which impacted the verdict. Obviously, we know there was a lot of racial tensions at that time, and O.J. Simpson was a massive celebrity. So these all, influenced the jurors, even though it wasn't supposed to. And this is probably the reasons for the trial ending the way that it did. I just thought this show was so brilliant. Every week, everybody was talking about it, and it was literally like reliving the whole thing all over again. Loved this. Number 1, Stranger Things! This was my favourite show of 2016. Stranger Things was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life in 2016 because it was so good. I did not know about the show before it came out. Somebody at work told me about it and I watched the whole thing in awe. I was just like, this was the most amazing show. I think this is one of my favourite shows of all time. Because it was just so good. I love the whole 80s thing and the fact that Winona Ryder was back on TV. I love Winona Ryder. Just brought her back onto TV with a bang and it was just amazing. So if you don't know what Stranger Things is about, it's actually set in a small town and basically one little boy goes missing. His friends are trying to find him and in the midst of finding him, they find a new girl called 11 who actually has been the product of some type of experiment. She has supernatural powers and she helps them to look for their friend. I love the storyline. I love the fact that it's like a sci-fi horror 80s / like adventure. It's like Goonies meets E.T. meets Poltergeist meets Twilight Zone. It was literally everything all wrapped up in one and it was just so good. The way that it ended, I cannot wait for season 2. I think this show really took off unexpectedly. I don't think that they knew how big it was going to be because literally everybody is talking about this show. If you have not seen this show, you need to get your life together and go and see this show. I am going to watch the whole series all over again before I watch season 2 because I am addicted and no other show at the moment can compare. This is hands down my favorite show of 2016 because it is just brilliant. So that was my top 5 shows for 2016. If you haven't seen any of the shows, make sure you go out and watch them because you're definitely missing out. So some great shows have happened during 2016. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and I shall see you again next time. Thanks so much for watching.